This is, of course, a landmark bill. It will be the implementation that's also being questioned. But amid all of this, while all parties and all women MPs have decided to mostly welcome it, there's also a credit war that's broken out. Who brought the bill first in the parliament? Who deserves credit for introducing the bill first? The Congress party has criticized Modi government over this women's reservation bill, saying the manner in which this reservation bill has been brought now, it's a mere election jumla. Congress's Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary claimed that the bill was brought during former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh's tenure and is still active. The Congress Parliamentary Party Chief Sonia Gandhi said the women's reservation bill is ours, that the Congress party has brought it first. In the Parliament speech, Rajya Sabha's leader of opposition Mallikarjun Kharge, who's also Congress president, said women's reservation bill was already passed in 2010, referring to the Rajya Sabha. So the BJP was quick to counter amid all of these Congress charges. Union Home Minister Amit Shah alleged that the Congress was never serious about providing reservation to the women in the Lok Sabha and the State Assembly, and it is eventually the Bharatiya Janata Party as a ruling party that has brought in all of this.
हिंदुस्तान के हर पार्टी में इसे है, इसीलिए महिलाएं पीछे हैं। आप उनको बात करने नहीं देते, उनके हकों को आप कभी भी आगे बढ़ने नहीं देते।
We respect the leader of the opposition, but to make a sweeping statement that all parties choose women who are not effective is absolutely unacceptable. I speak on behalf of all our women. We have all been empowered by our party, by our Prime Minister. Although it had women presidents for their party, in spite of that they can't have women who are empowered. But I object to him making a sweeping generalization of all parties.
वर्षों से महिलाओं के इस राजनीतिक संघर्ष को अपना संकल्प बनाकर वो सिद्धि तक ले जाने वाले हैं। आज नारी शक्ति वंदन बिल जो लोकसभा में इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ, वो हमारी महिला शक्ति, नेतृत्व शक्ति बने हमारे राष्ट्र की, उसको परिभाषित करेगा और विमेन लेड डेवलपमेंट की संवैधानिक नींव आज प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने डाली है।
The 128th constitutional amendment bill, which has been introduced, is unfortunately a betrayal of the women's movement and their struggle for greater representation in policy making and in legislative affairs. Therefore, it has no relevance to today, and that's why it would have been appropriate if the government was serious about women's reservation. They should have brought the women's reservation now itself without waiting for either a census or delimitation.
महिला आरक्षण 1989 में जब राजीव जी प्रधानमंत्री थे, तब स्थानीय निकायों के चुनाव में उन्होंने 1/3 आरक्षण महिलाओं के लिए सुनिश्चित किया था। तत्पश्चात कांग्रेस की सरकारों ने लगातार प्रयास किया कि महिला आरक्षण का बिल पास हो, कानून बने। लोकसभा एवं विधानसभाओं के लिए भी 1/3 आरक्षण के लिए डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह की सरकार के वक्त जो ये बिल आया, वो आज तक जीवित है।
माननीय अधीर रंजन जी ने जो कहा वो फैक्चुअली इनकरेक्ट है कि पुराना बिल अभी भी जीवित है। मेरी स्पष्ट जानकारी है कि पुराना बिल लैप्स कर गया है। अधीर रंजन जी ने जो कहा है उसके समर्थन में उनके पास कोई डॉक्यूमेंट है तो टेबल पर रखने चाहिए। एक, या तो उन्होंने स्टेटमेंट विड्रॉ करना चाहिए। दूसरा, उन्होंने कहा कि इस बिल को लोकसभा ने भी कभी पारित किया था राजीव गांधी जी के समय में, कभी नहीं हुआ है। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, लोकसभा में जो बिल पारित होता है, अगर राज्यसभा उसको पारित नहीं करती है और लोकसभा का कार्यकाल समाप्त होता है तो वो बिल अपने आप लैप्स हो जाता है। मैं मानता हूं कि इस चीज को स्पष्टता करनी चाहिए और माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, अगर उनके पास अलग जानकारी है तो सदन के टेबल पर रखनी चाहिए।
आप रिप्रेजेंटेशन कहाँ दे रहे हैं, किसको दे रहे हैं रिप्रेजेंटेशन? जिनका रिप्रेजेंटेशन नहीं उनको रिप्रेजेंटेशन मिलना चाहिए ना। तो इस बिल में सबसे बड़ी खामी यह है कि इसमें ओबीसी महिलाओं को और मुस्लिम महिलाओं के लिए कोई कोटा नहीं रखा गया, इसलिए हम इस बिल के खिलाफ हैं।
पहले दिन में ये संविधान संशोधन हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का अभिनंदन, उनकी सोच का, उनके संकल्प शक्ति का। और मुझे गर्व है कि 33% रिजर्वेशन होने का प्रस्ताव आज आया सदन में। ये देश के एक बहुत बदलाव का ऐतिहासिक क्षण है, तो हम सभी बहुत ही खुश हैं। नारी शक्ति का अभिनंदन।
Let me now bring in my colleague Mosmi Singh, who's tracking all the latest on that. Mosmi, the debate hasn't even started, but the political showdown already has. How are the opposition members of parliament, where women are actually appreciating the women reservation bill and the quota in the parliament, but will be targeting the Modi government also simultaneously? What are we expecting today?
You know, you asked the question about the opposition. Now the opposition feels that this is yet another eyewash of the Modi government, since the bill is going to come into effect not before the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, and one will have to wait for the reservations to be implemented after the delimitation exercise and the census, which is wait till the 2029 elections. So the opposition wants to hammer in that point. And the BJP is saying that something which has waited for more than 2 decades, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had promised, the BJP had promised in its manifesto in 2014 and yet again in 2019. We walk the talk, and after the triple talaq, this is yet another game changer for the women of the country. So that's why the Prime Minister said that, in fact, it is God's wish that I should empower the women of my country through this bill. So we will have to wait and see. The credit taking is on, Pooja. The discussion will be interesting to see, because we'll see a lot of women MPs, taking the floor to debate and deliberate. And interestingly, as they say that the heavens dwell where women are worshipped. We only hope, as you and me, as women journalists, women get a more vocal voice in the Lok Sabha and the Raj Sabha. Only 15% representation of women in both the houses, approximately 15%, is not enough. So perhaps this bill could in fact change the future for the women of this country, and we could see more participation.